Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Ashley and it's the holiday season. I'm so excited to be here to bring you a super fun, easy, modern holiday ornament activity.
Are you ready for Christmas?
So if you're like me and maybe you've lived in some smaller, more urban spaces, maybe you live in a loft apartment, maybe you share space with a few people, you've got a big family, maybe you don't have a big tree or you don't have that perfect corner for that tree and you have tabletop decorations, or maybe you have a wall tree, or maybe you're just looking for some little ornaments to hang from your gifts to make them super special. These are the perfect ornaments for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the supplies and tools you'll need. Okay, so you will need a chasing hammer, jewelry hammer. This isn't necessary, but it makes it a little extra special. Bench block and pad. You're going to need flush cutters to cut your wire. Flat nose plier. Bail shaping plier. This is for the hook at the end of your ornament. I have here some Swarovski crystal beads to make my ornament super pretty and flashy looking, and then some 20 gauge wire. So here I've gone ahead and cut about 1.5 feet of that 20 gauge wire, and I want to create sort of a modern ornament, so I'm going to add some angles, some geometric shapes, and have a little bit of fun with it. So I'm going to create a diamond shape right at the bottom, and here is how you do that. I am literally just taking this wire and bending it into a diamond shape. I'm stretching it out a little bit. Maybe I want it to be kind of a hammered look. So I'm going to straighten that out. I'm going to give it a quick hammer for some texture, some personality. Don't have to do this, but I really like the look of it. Okay, kind of put that back into shape there. Okay, and now I'm going to add my first sparkly bead. Okay, just get that where it should go. And then I'm going to start with one, which one? I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to end up actually hanging something from here at the very end. So think about which bead you might want to hang from the bottom. And then I'm going to do a little circle. So I'm actually going to kind of turn this over a little bit, create a little crick there. And I'm going to use my bail shaping plier to create a circle with this wire. Wrap it around, move this around a little bit, and then continue to wrap it around because I want that wire back at the top so I can do the same thing I did with the diamond and give it a little bend and go to the next place. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so I like the way that looks. And now I'm going to just use my bail shaping plier again. And right at the top of this, I'm going to do a little crick in the neck so that it can go and be bent up. Doop. Sound effects help. So if you're alone, sound effects are key for making holiday ornaments. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and stack. I really like the colors in this. They look like they would go really nicely with reds. So I'm going to stack a few of the reds on here. And I have a long piece of wire just because I wasn't sure how long I wanted to make it, but you could probably use less than this if this feels unwieldy at all. So I like this sort of red and green vibe we have going. And I'm going to go ahead and do a bigger diamond shape here. So I'm going to take this, make sure that it's kind of lining up and I'm going in the same direction as the other diamond. And then I want it to be bigger, so I'm going to go big with the diamond. There we go. And you'll notice I'm not measuring anything, but I am lining things up to try to make sure that it ends up basically with some consistent angles and lengths. So now I'm kind of lining up here with the other side of that corner. Maybe I need a little bit further over. Let's see how that looks. I like that. I am going to go ahead and hammer this one a little bit too, though. Well, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap this first. This is going to be the end of this ornament, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it a little bit and then dap it with a hammer to keep its shape. And then I'm going to create a little hook, show you how to do that with your bail shaping plier, and then we'll do a dangle at the bottom and we'll be done. So I'm gripping this, the base of the diamond, with my flat nose plier, and I'm taking this and I'm wrapping it around just 2 times and then clipping it with my flush cutters. Oops, did that get it? Almost. There we go. And then I'm going to hammer this kind of oblong diamond shape, being careful not to hit the Swarovski crystals, okay? So I'm putting this on the edge, and that's why. And then I might want to kind of straighten this out just a little bit. Looks like I've got more of a curve there than I want. I want more of an angle. So I'm just kind of zhuzhing it with the tool and with my fingers just to get it where I want it. And then, perfect. So how are you going to hang this ornament from your tree or your gift? You are going to make a little hook. Super easy. Grab your bail shaping plier, and we are going to make a little loop at the bottom, just like this. And then once you have that, you're going to come back in and just create a little crick, just like we did with the ornament. And then you are going to wrap, almost like you're doing a really big ear wire. Then you are going to wrap the wire around like this. Now, you can do it like this and hang it directly on the tree, or you can do something a little bit more ornate, and you can actually, like, one thing I like to do is create a little bit of a spiral, and that really helps it kind of like hug onto the branch too. So I'm going to go to a smaller size and wrap it around. I'm sort of shaping it with my hands. Okay, just gonna clip this. And I'm actually going to pull this in just a little bit to really create that spiral look, so it will hug onto those little branches. Okay, and I'm going to turn this around because I actually want this to be facing out. There we go. Okay. I opened up that little ring, and then I'm hanging the ornament right from it, closing it back up. So now, when you hang it, it's going to look like that, and you have that cute little spiral at the top. But we do have one last step, and it's to hang a little dangle from the bottom, because I love movement. I love an ornament that has a little bit of movement. And whether you're hanging it on a tree or decorating gifts, it's a really, really cute addition. And by the way, for those of you who sell your jewelry, imagine sending your customers their holiday purchases in your little gift box like you normally would, but then adding a little ornament to the box. What an incredible opportunity to give them something a little special, something thoughtful, just to thank you for shopping with you over the holidays and supporting handmade. I think those touches are what really set you apart and make you memorable. So let's go ahead and create this dangle. What I'm gonna do is just bend the edge of this to kind of create a head pin. So I'm just bending it over. What is a head pin? Well, a head pin is literally a piece of wire that has a little nubbin at the end to keep beads from falling off. So I've just created this little loop at the bottom, so that way I can put, which one do I want to do? Here we go. So I can put a bead on there just like this, and then I'm going to attach it to the bottom here. And all I'm going to do is, just like we made the other shapes, I'm going to do a quick bend here, and then I'm going to use this part to wrap that around. Then I'm going to grip it and wrap it just a couple times. Now the cool thing I like about this ornament design is that the bottom, that bottom diamond, is actually open, see? So you could actually like change this dangle out. What if you gave, whoever's receiving this, what if you gave them a new dangle each year? And you could have one for every year. Super cute, right? So now you have a beautiful handmade holiday ornament made just with Swarovski crystals and wire. And I promise you'll be the talk of the party if you make these for everyone for the holidays. Thanks so much for joining me for a super fun, flashy DIY holiday ornament activity. Let's go ahead and run through the supplies and the tools one more time. So here we have our jewelry hammer, our chasing hammer, our bench block and pad. We have our flush cutter, our bail shaping plier, flat nose plier, our 20 gauge wire, and our Swarovski crystals. That's all you need to create this ornament. I'm Ryan Ashley, and I'm so glad you joined me for this activity. Now, let me ask, what colors are you planning on making your holiday ornaments out of? Go ahead and let us know in the comments below. And if you want to go ahead and get supplies and tools like the ones we used today, you can just check out the video description. All the links are right there for you. Now, before you go, like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can get notifications every time we publish a new video. And now that you've made a DIY holiday ornament, you can say, I made this.
Are you ready for